Student life on Eastern's campus looks a little different this semester after returning from Thanksgiving break. I asked students why they decided to return to campus after being given the option to stay home. Freshman music education major Novea Smith knew coming back to campus was the best thing for her.
I work here on campus. I work in the civil engagement and volunteerism office, so that was a big factor. And even though the classes were still online, I still liked having like my own place here.
With classes moving online through the end of the semester, students and staff leave offices and classrooms empty. Although about 40% of students return to campus, Executive Director of University Housing and Dining Services, Mark Hudson, remains busy.
Every day, probably every hour, I'm checking the logs to see if anybody else is added. And when they're added, I call them, and we work out their shuffle to university apartments, and provide them a ride if they need to. What questions we answer for them? How do we arrange food service to get food to them so because they can't leave their apartment for that period of time.
In person classes resume in the new year.